author of The Singer's Crown and sequels The Eunuch's Heir and The Bastard Queen. A mother of two, Elaine also enjoys rock climbing, weaving, taiko, drumming. Visit www.ElaineIsaak, that's ELAINEISAAK.com to read sample chapters and find out why you do not want to be her hero. Elaine.
Dear author, thank you for submitting to Electra House Books. While we appreciate the opportunity to review your work, it is not suitable for our house at this time. We apologize for the impersonal nature of this letter, but we find that a purely professional response helps to minimize negative contact with authors, especially when faced with a work like this, the kind of intense family drama that daytime television hosts really enjoy. You probably think that I enjoy rejecting authors, that I take some kind of perverse glee out of crushing your dreams. But I assure you that can't be further from the truth. If you knew how I long to accept every work that comes my way, you'd weep for me. Although I do think that I have a certain flair for rejection, and the editorial assistants here all agree. I learned to reject at the feet of a master. You see, my father was in publishing too, so I guess it's really the family trade. He wanted to write his own books, but he took an editorial position instead. He brought home mountains of manuscripts and piled them on the dining room table, pushing the three of us down to one corner so that he had room to work. Back then, he used a fountain pen to mark off a little tick list of reasons. He really believed that the authors deserved at least that much in return for their efforts. He had boxes like, not up to our publishing standards, or not right for our list, or recently published something similar, or, my personal favorite, does not meet our needs at this time. It's so vague and yet sympathetic. It makes the rejection the editor's problem, not the author's, don't you think? Every time I picture my father, there he is, surrounded by these heaps of manuscripts, like a bar graph of bad fiction. I used to fight against it. I tried to get inside his walls of paper, but I guess my love never met his needs at that point. Apparently, his list was full. My affection was not up to professional standards. He thought my character was shallow and undeveloped, and that my style needed work. He found my dialogue cliched and sentimental. My background exposition interrupted the flow. My flashbacks were poorly placed. My opening failed to capture his attention, and my plot simply wasn't engaging. In fact, my entire approach to life was regrettably unsuitable for his house. Sincerely yours, the editorial staff, my father. In fact, he ruined me to ever write an acceptance of anything, and I've never acquired a single manuscript on my own. I have your work to thank for finally understanding what a mess he made of my life. I'll bet I even went into publishing in another pathetic submission for a slot in his upcoming season. But now that I know this about myself, I can move ahead. I can establish my own list and depend upon my editorial judgment. In fact, I would be delighted to accept your book on behalf of Electra House. Dear author, dear, there's a pseudonym on the manuscript. Where did my assistant put your cover letter? Dear Mr. Dad?